Hello my friends, welcome to my channel Bringer of Light Intuitive. I'm Cindy. Thank you so much for being here and joining me today. We are diving into a Who Am I Reading For reading, and that's where I get a message and you tell me who I'm reading for. That's how we do things around here. I post that every day. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and join my community and follow me. Hit the bell so that you can be notified every time I post a reading. We do it every day except for weekends. Thank you again for being here. Let's see what the message is for you. Wow, okay. On the bottom of the deck, I see a lot of challenging cards. I see this Four of Cups and I see the Nine of Swords. I also see the Ten of Swords, and I feel like there's definitely a chapter closing. It feels like it's around a connection or love. There's a difficult chapter closing in your life. So let's go ahead and dive in. I put those cards back in. Let's see what wants to come through for you. Thank you so much for liking this reading if you do. And thank you for booking your private readings with me. Shout out to all of my private clients. I love you guys. Comment below if you are here. All right. If you want a private reading with me, that information is always in the description box. I've got the Temperance card, the Judgment card, the Ten of Cups, and the Hanged Man here. Yeah. Woof. You've been through it. These are major arcanas. There's 22 of major arcanas in the tarot, and for me, those major arcanas are what I call the destiny cards. It's like those are destined moments, and when they come out in a reading, it's like this is the destined time for you to go through these destined moments. You're in preparation. You're in preparation for what you've asked for. And you are learning how to do things differently in love. With the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck with the Eight of Cups, it feels like you're learning how to let go of the old ways, that the old habits, the old conditioning, the old programming, the way that things were in relationships in your past, perhaps where you fought to survive, perhaps you've been in survival mode in relationships or from relationships and the conditioning that it programmed in you, past relationships. You're closing down a big cycle where you thought that you had to carry the load for relationships or maybe anything else in your life. Like literally, you may have been programmed, if I can pick up my Ten of Cups here, you may have been programmed to believe from past experiences that you had to pull the weight for everybody in your life, or if it's not done right by me, then I won't be happy, or maybe I felt in the past like I needed to earn love or I needed to earn abundance. I mean, yes, you have a job and you have to earn that money, right? But some of us are programmed from a scarcity mindset, a survival mindset, where we think that it's all on our shoulders, where we think that we've got to perform in order to receive, where we think, receiving from the universe, where we think that we've got to fight to survive and we've got to burn out, hustle, control, force in order to get what we want. Or maybe we come from a place in the past where we thought that we had to earn love, or we had to perform for love, or to be noticed, or to be loved. And it feels like what's happening here is that you have been being guided to let go of that old way of thinking. And it's like, it may be taking some time, because this may be your entire life, depending on how old you are. It's like this entire chapter of your life, or the cycle of your life. It may be from 0 to now cycle that is programmed as habit for you. And you are asking for a better life, happiness, fulfillment. It does feel like love, but for some of you, this isn't love. For some of you, this is you finding fulfillment in your daily life, in your home life, in some other situation in your life. Maybe even a fulfilling career or job. So you're learning how, and you've been with these major arcanas here, it's like Judgment says we literally got to let go of the past. All of the past. The programming and the conditioning, the old ways of being, the old ways of reacting, the old ways of showing up, and maybe thinking that we've got to do all of the things and carry all of the load and take care of everybody in order to be accepted, in order to be loved, in order to receive. And you've had to surrender what it is that you are asking for, maybe in love. That this 10 of Cups literally is, is you what you're asking for. This is like, my cups are filled. This is emotional fulfillment, and whatever that means to you. So what have you been asking for? Have you been asking for a happy, healthy relationship? Have you been asking for a job that aligns with you, that feels good to you, that you feel rewarded, you feel balanced and secure? And obviously it creates a very, good home life for you because you're fulfilled. But it's also, this card is also fortune after difficulty, and it's a home, your family. It affects your family. You want to feel good when you go to work, and you want to feel good when you come home from work. You don't want to feel stressed. You don't want to be in toxic situations anymore. So of course it's going to create more balance and happiness and stability in your home life. So you take this 10 of Cups as the manifestation, the thing that you've been praying for, the thing that you've been working towards, whatever that means for you, because we're all on different pages and this is a collective reading. There is definitely a cycle closing. If you've been following me for a while, you know that the 10s are always cycles. So this is the cycle where you carried the load on your back. You carried all the challenges of your own and everyone else's. Maybe you thought that you had to do it all yourself in order to receive, like I said before. This is the cycle that is closing, and this is the cycle that is opening. You're stepping out of one and you're stepping into the other. But if this has been taking a long time to kind of play out, it's because you've had to unlearn all the things from the past that made you who you are, that doesn't serve you anymore. The Judgment card is change, but it's also like a death and a rebirth energy, where we're the death to the old. We're shedding the old skin. We're becoming a brand new version of us that is better, that is, more balanced, that is more stable, that is more whole, that is more healthy on the inside. Emotionally balanced is what I'm talking about. Emotionally stable, but it's also aligned with what it is that you're asking for. This is you letting go of the old ways. This is you aligning with the new ways that you believe that something better is coming for you. This is someone who is walking away from something that, just wasn't serving you anymore, even though you've poured in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and emotions and maybe time in a comfort zone, in a relationship, in a job, and it's just not aligning for you. And you're looking forward to the future. You're like, gosh, there's got to be something better than this for me. It just doesn't feel right anymore. And that's because you're being guided away from the old ways. The old ways, the old comfort zones that are really not comfortable. You're being guided, and it's all part of your healing. It's all part of you rebalancing and aligning with what it is that you are asking for, that is being represented by this 10 of Cups. We got to let go of the old to make way for the new, but we've got to align with the new by letting go of the old habits and programming and stuff that doesn't serve us anymore. And so if you found yourself in this energy of, I just don't even know what to do anymore. I just know that I'm not who I was, and I'm not where I'm going yet, and I still am, praying for things to change in my life, and I just find myself in this very maybe confusing place. Maybe I feel stuck. Maybe I feel like literally nothing is happening, and I just don't even know what to think. You're in this forced surrender energy. But the thing about the forced surrender in this card, the gold is always around the person's head. It's like you're being invited to see things from a different perspective. You're not seeing things from the perspective of the old that kept you stuck in those cycles of thinking that you have to carry the load, or that you have to perform in order to receive, or that you've got to do it all right or do it all yourself. You're letting go of that old way of thinking, and you're being invited to a new perspective where you are already healed, you are already whole, you are already more than enough. And you got to believe it on the inside, because what you want wants you, and it will unfold. It will, as long as you take your focus off of the fear and the old ways. You're choosing your peace. You're choosing what feels good to you. You're not afraid to let go of what wasn't serving you. You're not afraid to speak your truth. You're not afraid to set boundaries. You're not afraid to, choose things that feel aligned to you. And that is what you are stepping into, this new version of you, this new cycle where life feels different, where life comes into balance, where life comes into alignment. This is the 1111 card, which is literally tomorrow. This is a beautiful, happy, healthy relationship that is coming in. You're walking right towards it. The more that you let go of the past and you align with what it is that you want, by not choosing things or people that don't align with you, or by letting go of situations in your life that don't align with you, the more you do that, and the more you are tapped into your authentic voice, your authenticity, your authentic shine, the light, the fire within you, your authenticity in the way that, moving forward and the choices that you make, you're aligned with your authenticity, you're aligned with your voice, you find your voice, you're being put back in your power. All of that is aligning you. This is an alignment card. It's aligning you with the life that you're asking for, whether that is the perfect job, whether that is a soulmate energy, a soulmate relationship, whether that is marriage. This card can talk about marriage, whether that is a new home, whether that is something else entirely, whatever it is that's representative here of your happy ending. Let's call it a happy ending. Whatever that means for you, you're aligning with it by letting go of the choices of the past that kept you tied to the old things. You're letting go of those old things. You're changing your perspective, and you're looking at yourself, and you're seeing that you are whole. You are enough. You deserve what you want. What you want wants you. When you start changing what you're looking at, when you start changing the way that you're thinking about things, when you're letting go of the old cycles of, scarcity and survival, you're aligning with what it is that you want. And so it's inevitable that it's unfolding for you. But you got to trust that. You got to let go of fear. You got to trust faith. You got to trust that there is a plan. You got to trust that your path is unfolding in the way that you want it, because that's what you were created for. That's what you were put here for. Your soul knows the way to your wish fulfillment. And you got to trust that. You may not have any basis to trust that because of stuff from your past. But see, we're putting the past in the past, and we're choosing a new way. And that's the whole point of this card, of this surrender and this process that you've been going through, is to choose a new way. Choose to believe that your path is unfolding in the best way for you. Choose to believe it, and keep choosing your peace. Keep choosing what feels good to you. Keep choosing what is aligned for you in your authentic self, your authentic peace, your authentic what feels good to me. And before you know it, something that you've manifested is going to show up in your reality, and it is going to blow your mind, because it is going to be so big and so good. It's going to totally blow your mind. This right here is like blow your mind stuff right now. And it's 11:11. Perfect. 11:11. There is a manifestation coming in that you've been praying for, that you've been being prepared for, letting go of the old that was keeping this from you. So save this reading and tell me what that is and how it shows up, because it's coming in magical. It's going to be magical. Be sure, I've got the Seven of Swords here. Be sure that you are believing in faith and you are not believing in fear. You are not believing the stories in your head from the past that say that things don't ever work out for me. You know, I can't trust people. I can't trust the universe. I can't even trust myself. You want to let go of all of that stuff, and you want to believe with your faith that everything is working out in your favor. Even if you have to tell yourself that all day, every day, until your mind believes it and stops believing in fear. Let me know who I'm reading for in the comments below, and I will see you in the next reading.